Hello and happy day. I am Erica Kesse, the son of the Thrivers, powered by love, wisdom, and celebration. Welcome back again for another episode of Try on Thriving. We are so pleased to be here and want to give you another episode where I review a Thrive plan. What's a Thrive plan? It is a self awareness assessment and operating system so that you can knock out those mental blocks and knock out this pattern of moving in your survivor mind instead to thrive. So moving from reacting to responding. Yes. So now let's look at a Thrive plan today and review it. So this particular person put down that they fight and they freeze. Yes, that's the first thing that they put down on their Thrive plan under trauma reactions. All right. So with that, again, fighting is when you are pushing to get things done and handle situations, even if you are neglecting yourself, okay? And freeze is overthinking, overanalyzing, and procrastinating. So a lot of people understand fight, flight, and freeze. And so that was marked on here. And so let's move forward with what they put down for their physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual triggers. By the way, if you don't have your Thrive plan, you can go right now and get one. And then it'll be easier for you to walk through and understand this Thrive plan, and because then you can embody that. So you can go to bit.ly/try on thriving. That's bit period ly/try on thriving. So go ahead and pull that up to get your Thrive plan today. All right. And so I'm going to start all over because I had a hair on my lip. Hello and happy day. I'm Erica Kesse with another episode of Try on Thriving. I am the son of the Thrivers, powered by love, wisdom, and celebration. I am so pleased to be here today for another episode of Try on Thriving, where we review a Thrive plan. What's a Thrive plan? It is a self-awareness assessment and operating system. It is a reflection on your awareness. And then it helps you to move from reacting to responding, from chaos to clarity, out of your surviving to thriving. All right. So you can go get your Thrive plan by going to bit.ly/try on thriving. Go ahead and pause this video now and this episode now, and go ahead and pull this Thrive plan up so we can work out you getting one today. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and take that break, and I'll be happy to see you when you come back. Thank you so much for taking a moment to go and get your Thrive plan. All right. So now that you have it, let's walk through one that I have here. Okay. So the first things that are there is it asks you to think about a conflict that's happened in your life. Let's talk about a conflict. What is a conflict? That it could be anything that causes you to feel disturbed, anything that causes you to feel kind of knocked off your block, anything that occurs in your life that causes you to have feelings that is not a good experience. All right. So, or emotions and sensations. Okay. That is when a conflict happens. So I wanted to know, the first thing on the Thrive plan is, what do you do automatically? The thing that you do automatically is what has allowed you to survive. Our brains are geared and set up for us to survive. They're not here for you to grow and change. It is for you to survive. So it's going to naturally continue to do the things that it is accustomed to doing in order to keep you alive. All right. But you have to be intentional now. So the reason why I asked you, what do you automatically do, is so that you can know where you are right now. So with this person, they put fight and freeze as the things they do automatically. And so what about you? Is it fight, flight, freeze, flop, or fawn? On the form, it explains each one of those for you so that you can acknowledge what is your automatic response. Okay. Now we're going to go into your triggers. So triggers are things that happen on the onset of the conflict. All right. And it's a lot of them at the same time. They're physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So for this person, they put down that physically they have a headache. They get busy doing things. They have a stomach ache. And then they also go into thinking. All right. So that's what they do physically. Mentally, they have racing thoughts, flashbacks, negative self-talk, and self-sabotage. So what about you? What do you do physically? What do you do mentally when a conflict first occurs? What are those things that's going on for you? Go ahead and mark that on your Thrive plan. Okay. And then let's go into emotional. For this person, they said tired, anger, and fear of failure. All right. And then for spiritual, they put a reduction of loved activities, being the victim, distracted, injustice. They're all over the place. And then there's a forsaken feeling that they have as well. So this person really did utilize the other option on the form. So you are not put into a box on how the sensations happen for you. So you can also use the other section and fill in what you are experiencing regarding your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual sensations. So as you can see, there's this person is very attuned to themselves and what happens with them physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They were able to identify those things and then even put in things that other is going on. So now if you're a person that just got exposed to this Thrive plan, then this could feel very overwhelming in itself to complete it. It could feel or seem kind of confronting to you, but it's important for you to know where you stand right now. Absolutely amazing. And you need to know that. Okay. So that's why you have this information put down on a Thrive plan for you to know this about yourself. Then we're going to go into the coping skills, and then you are to mark some of the ones that you find to be healthy, gentle behaviors that you're doing. All right. And ones that you may want to start doing. Okay. Or may want to have a part of your self-care. Coping skills are things you do in response to a conflict or in response to your sensation that shows up. Self-care is a practice of regularly things that you do, like a morning routine. So for this person, they do breathing, gratitude, meditation, talking with a safe friend, being intentional, journaling, exercise, listening to music, and book folding. So they put a lot of great things on here that they're doing. You can really tell that they have a good grasp of what they do in response to coping. All right, to cope from their trauma reactions. And so this person probably is very good at moving themselves out of conflict. So how do you do that? So when you have a conflict, instead of going straight into your trauma reaction, you take a moment, pause, breathe, do something, one of your coping skills, maybe several of them, to get you reset, centered, content, and then you respond. Now, the response is then it could be that you decide, when you normally be a fighter or you do fight, but you decide to flight, right? But it's when you just make a decision and you're responding, that is from a place of you feeling centered within yourself, and you're making a decision that's going to make you proud. Okay. So that's the way the operating system part of this works. The process is conflict, go into your coping. I know a lot of people don't do that. They have a conflict and then they sit and stew in the problem. Nope. Conflict, then go into your coping immediately. So then lastly on the Thrive plan is a social support system. This person put down several people they are utilizing to reach out to them. Just to reiterate, a social support system person is someone that you can be connected to and that will do those coping skills with you, bring you out of your survivor mode. Now, let me just tell you something. When you're in conflict, sometimes it's hard to take yourself out when you're overwhelmed with so much. That's why you need a social support system that's going to hold you accountable to being healthy and check in with you on a regular basis, as well as you can reach out with them to them on demand and in moments so that they can go ahead and care for you. Okay, so that's what you would put in the space down there for the social support system. And then lastly on the form, I ask you to commit to yourself. Yes, commit to yourself, which it says, I will share this information with the Notice social support system. And I do not have and if I do not have individuals, I will work to gain people who can commit with me for my optimal well-being. So then you have to mark. The only option is yes, okay, for you to complete the Thrive plan. And so you have the charge of going out and sharing this with your social support system or seeking out people that can help you. At the end of the Thrive plan, there's an opportunity for you to work with a Thrive strategist. These are people that I have trained to use this form and to actually be there for you. They are high functioning social support system people. They use the Thrive plan to help you and walk with you from that reaction into responding and to be centered. And they will be happy to be there for you. So you can mark that if you're interested.